up the wrong way.
I also congratulate the noble Lady Mackintosh of Pickering for spotting these errors, one might say, in the government legislation. I agree with her on a lot of what she says, but obviously not always. And I personally don't have any sort of bad feeling about e-scooters and e-bikes as so far, touch wood, I haven't actually been run over or come close to being run over, but I've been run over twice by cars. And if we look at killed and seriously injured, it's cars that are the biggest threat. And during lockdown, the killed and seriously injured fell massively, and cyclist casualty rates decreased by a third. So it's cars on our road that are really the biggest problem. And I don't join in this criticism of cyclists. It's a tiny minority who don't obey the law. And I shout at them just as much as anybody else would hear. I was coming into work into your Lordship's house the other day, and a cyclist on the junction of Parliament Square went through a red light, cut across the pavement, and went straight through the gates into the Commons. So without running, I followed him and caught him putting his bike, locking up his bike, and pointed out that what he'd done was very dangerous, and who was he, and could I speak to his boss, and all that sort of thing. Of course, he wouldn't give me any information. I didn't feel up to grabbing his pass. But, you know, there are people who break the law absolutely everywhere if they think they can get away with it. And clearly this person who works in this prestigious establishment thought he could get away with it as well. If we are going to be serious about stopping people breaking laws like using handheld mobile phones, we've got to have more traffic police. The traffic police in London do the most incredible job, but their numbers have been systematically cut over the years, and they need more funding, and they need more officers, basically. And can I just say, and this is completely off the point, please don't use the word accidents. That presupposes, that prejudges that whatever happened was a genuine accident. So, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Well, actually, no, because these incidents, these crashes, these collisions, these incidents, as the Met Police calls them, actually happen mostly because people are using their phones, they're not concentrating, they pick something up from the floor, they're drunk, or they've got drugs in their system. So these are not accidents. And please, the road safety community really gets upset about it, because they do not think what's happened to their loved ones was an accident most of the time.
Could I too thank the noble Lady Baroness Mackintosh